We have not done a camera bag review in many years, so in this video I'm going to show you our camera bag setup that we currently run to do video productions all over the state and the country. So let's jump in now. What's going on, guys? My name is Ryan Snod, It Rhymes with Odd, and welcome back to another video. I used to hate gear review videos when I was first starting my video production business 10 years ago because I always felt like everything was really out of reach, overexpensive. So in today's video, I'm going to show you what we're currently running with our video production company, all the different cameras that we've accumulated over the last decade, and kind of want to show you what this looks like underneath the hood here. So let's jump right in. This is the Peter McKinnon edition Nomatic Bag. This is arguably the best bag I've ever used before outside of like a Pelican case. It's waterproof, or water resistant, I should say. I haven't thrown it in the river before, but keeps the water off the gear. I've hiked with this bag out to go to shoots as far as Canada, Puerto Rico. This thing has gone all over North America with me. So amazing bag, definitely worth the money. It's a little more pricey, but it's your insurance policy to keep all of your equipment safe when you're traveling and going all over the place. Okay, jumping into the bag itself. So in the top part here, we've got our camera bodies and our lenses. We've got batteries and audio equipment here, cords and more lenses here, ND filters, audio equipment, batteries, and storage. There's the tour, the video's done. No, I'm just kidding, I'll give you more detail here. Okay, so the first thing is that we run our primary cameras on an A7S III, so Sony A7S III body. It's one of the better cameras that I've found with really good eyeball tracking and eyeball focus. And we have two of them, which are our primary workhorse cameras. We're shooting on one with this A angle right here, but we have another one right here, which is just stripped down version of this camera. Features I love about this camera, it can do 4K up to 120 frames a second. It shoots photos as well as video, which is a huge aspect that we really try to focus on so we can hybrid shoot if needed. LCD flip out screen, which is always nice. I'm using it right now so I can check my focus and see what's going on for this video. So it's good if you're filming yourself or other things like that. Super good quality, shoots S-Log3. The quality is amazing. We really enjoy these. This is probably the highest tier camera that you can get before you start focusing on a photo only camera or a video only camera. So that's kind of why we've hovered here, and this is like the two workhorse cameras that we use for most of our shoots. Moving on, here is a cage. We have two of these for both of our A7S IIIs. These are really great for rigging out the cameras, which you can see here. We've got twister knobs on the top to tighten the handle. I've got a grabber handle on the top so you can use your camera and kind of twist and go handheld. Features on this that I really enjoy are on the side handles. They come with Allen wrenches that are magnetized. You can see these here. These are super cool because there's little divots here. You can stick your Allen wrench in the side and it's literally just magnetized to the handle so you don't miss them. Same thing with the twister knobs on the bottom for the 1/4 20 mounts. There's another little hidden Allen wrench right here. Again, I'll try to hide my face there. That just goes right here. And then with these, you can grab and hold if you're doing handheld, but I can also mount different handles on the side for different grab points. You can also see on the side here, we've got 1/4 20 mounts for everything and shoe mounts here for audio equipment if you're running a shotgun mic. So love these cages, really great addition. We have one here and we have one on the main camera I'm using right here as well. In addition to the A7S IIIs, we also have two A7S IIs. These were my primary cameras before switching over, so I still keep these around. Little flip screen right here, so not too bad there. Small, lightweight, compact, pretty easy. Biggest downside with this camera though is that the autofocus isn't the best. This eyeball tracking is just nuts. Like what I'm using right now, if I lean back, you keep my focus. If I get really close, I'm in focus. This camera sucks at that. So autofocus is key. These are a great starter camera though. So if you're looking for something that shoots 4K and photos, A7S II is a good start. The other camera that we have that is not being shown is the camera that's in the background here as a prop, which is the FS5 Mark II, which is primarily a podcast camera. And we have a wide angle lens on that as well. That's kind of our home base camera that doesn't really leave the studio. It just stays in the podcast room. And moving on to some other cameras here in terms of what else we have in the bag. We also have a GoPro. Really love the GoPro angle. We use this a lot for our blue collar clients. We'll mount this to, as my son would call it, diggy trucks, excavators, bulldozers, skid loaders. This thing gets wood chips thrown at it all the time. It's pretty much indestructible. Love this angle. We also throw it on football players on their chest mount or on their head mount. and have them smash into each other to get a cool POV shot, which is pretty cool. And then the last camera that we have that is rounding out the cameras is our Insta360. We use this for real estate, Matterport tours, and a ton of other really cool applications. It also gets really cool behind the scenes, which is cool. You can mount this to your camera rig with a little mount and have it right here so you can see yourself, and you can also see the talent or whatever you're filming, which is a really cool little camera here. Now, as far as lenses, we have kind of a stack here, so I'll just list them off here. We have a 28-70 2.8, which is on this camera. We have a 28-70 3.5, which is on our B camera over here. We have our 14mm fixed manual lens, which is on this FS5 Mark II. Again, wide angle fisheye lens that goes on there. But I did have this wide angle lens and really did not like it outside of the podcast room because the autofocus was not there. Manually racking your focus with one of those lenses, it's so easy to throw something out of focus. So I ended up picking up another one for a wide angle, which I really enjoy, which is this Rokinon 14mm full frame for the Sony. It has autofocus, so when I throw it on my A7S III, it has that eyeball tracking feature with a wide fish angle lens, which is really fun. With this one being wide angle, I don't have a lens cap. I've Googled and looked on Amazon and eBay and B&H. If you know where to find a lens cap for this, you please let me know in the comments and I will go buy one. For now, it goes in this bag, which is where it came from when I got it shipped to me from eBay. We also have the Nifty 50. This is an amazing lens. If you have $200-300 bucks, this is an amazing pickup. It's a fixed focal length, 50mm 1.8 lens, so you can get that really nice shallow depth of field. We usually use this as our B camera angle just because we get that nice tight angle and we can move it in closer to a talent and throw the background out of focus really well. So it gets that nice buttery, blurry look. Not the most fast lens, I will say. It does use autofocus with the cameras, but not the fastest lens. So we tend to use this for B cam, lock it off on eyeball focus, and it's a really good asset to have. Rounding out our lens choices here, we have one that's buried in here, is our Tamron lens, which is our 70-180, and it is a 2.8 lens. I kept renting lenses every time that we had to shoot sports. I would go to our local camera shop and spend 40, 50, 60 bucks a night to rent one of these things. I got super tired of doing that, so I decided to pick one up. This is a really nice lens. There are better ones out there. If you're looking for like better sports lenses, you can go 100mm to 600mm or even further than that. With this really works well for what we're trying to do. So 70-10 or 180. And this will get good for like soccer, football, for the most part. Anything like a sporting event, we tend to shoot a lot of sports with this. So really good zoom lens here. The autofocus, again, a little bit more to be desired. If I went with the Sony of this exact same focal length, it was like 2 or 3 times the price. So for what I'm trying to use it for, I think this is a pretty decent option. Some other pieces that we have to the puzzle here is the DJI Mic 2. This is my go-to lav setup. There are better ones out there, but this just really works really well in a pinch. So what it does is it has a receiver in here that can go up to 2 mics, and there's 2 channel frequencies. And then in the side, they've got these little receivers, and you can just clip these directly onto your talent and have them here, which we're prone to do. You can also run a lav mic in here, have them put it in your pocket, and then you can hear through the lav as well. So good versatility here. Really favorite feature of this is the redundancy for backup recording. So had this happen in the past where mics cut off or they run out of storage and you can't tell when you're monitoring it. So what this does is you can put the mic on the talent, you can plug this piece into your camera on the side, and then a headphone jack on the side that will show you, let me see if I can hide my face there. So you can listen to the audio through here, you can run it into your camera, and you can hear everything in real time. The nice thing is on the side of these is that there is a record button that you can hit the record button and run a backup recording into the device itself. So if you're really far away from the camera, you lose frequency or something happens, there's always a backup recording going into this unit, which is super nice. Outside of lav mics, we also have just a couple of these Rode Video Mic Go's, just a quick little shotgun mic to double the quality of your audio on board. Oftentimes, we're not even using one of these anymore because if we're filming audio, it's in an interview that's controlled, or we're micing someone up with this DJI Mic 2 setup. So these don't get used super often, but they're still in here just in case. And then the final thing we keep in the bag for audio is 2 of the Tascam DR10Ls. If you're a wedding videographer watching this, you know all too well about how great these are, but the Tascam DR10L is great for just a hands-off audio recorder. They're really small footprint, good battery life for the most part. and they're pretty reliable. All right, jumping into the next thing, we've got cords, lots of cords. This clear bag is now labeled as my not everyday cords. I kept them in a separate bag. Some of these are for my Ronin gimbal and some other things that have connection ports that I don't use very often. These are also for my older cameras that I don't use often, but again, we keep them in here just in case. This clear bag is the one that I tend to keep all of my current HDMI to HDMI spring cords in. I'm using one of them for this camera here. These are super nice. I think they're Amazon Basics, something really easy, but I got the HDMI to HDMI spring coil, really good for using an external monitor or what have you, but I got the left angled one, so then it goes in perfectly into my A7S III, into the monitor as well. So this just shortens that distance really well. It's not flapping around in the wind or something. It's very condensed, very controlled, and keeps clutter to a minimum when you're rigging out your gear. Some recent pickups have been some mounts for the cage, which is a side handle like this from Small Rig. It goes directly into the cage here, and then you have another grab point so you can hold your camera with one camera angle. Also have a couple other kind of nifty grips. This one's a Yulzani. It's some kind of Chinese brand, but it's a grip clamp. We'll use this a lot for the GoPro, where we'll crank this sucker down on the clamp and put it on, again, excavator, a truck, the bed of a truck or trailer or something, and get a cool POV angle. We'll also use this for behind the scenes for the Insta360 if I'm mounting it to the cage. So nice little vertical clamp mount here. More on the accessory side, we have another camera wrist mount here. Don't use this very often because we do rig out the cages, but this is a nice little thing. You can put this on your camera so you don't drop it if you're going one-handed. We also have a couple different options for ND filters, which I keep in the bottom of the case here. The ones that I have are the K&F Concept. I know there's better ones out there. Polar Pro, don't come for me. If you want to send me some free stuff, go ahead. Leave a comment. We'll tell you where to ship them. These are some of the ones from K&F that we use for ND filters. So if you're shooting outside and you want to have that nice shallow depth of field without cranking your f-stop up, these are great. We have two of the K&F ones that mount for the 28 to 70s, as well as the long lens that we showed you earlier. So these are great. For the most part, we're typically shooting indoor for a lot of stuff, but having a lens that has an ND filter is nice to have as well. So two of these K&F ones for the 28 to 70, and then my Nifty 50 has its own little one because it has a special mount. As far as monitors go, I've had a bunch of free and cheap ones that have been sent to me over the years, and or ones that I bought for really inexpensive. They all break and crack, so I feel like the best and only option anymore is the Mac Daddy Atomos Ninja 5. We have two of these, using one currently on the main camera here, but we have them on both of our A and B cameras. You can record directly into it with an SSD directly in, runs on a battery, and then we just mount these on the top. So really need to, I mean, it's like $500 for one of these. I get it, they're expensive, but holy cow, are these good quality. We also shattered one when we first bought it, and they sent me one as a free replacement because it was within the warranty window. So great customer service. I've really enjoyed them so far. More on the accessories. I know I'm a fanboy of Peter McKinnon stuff. He makes really good collaborations with brands, but here's another one. It's the Peter McKinnon multi-tool. If you're on set and you're trying to screw in different gear cages or unscrew things with a screwdriver, this is a really great little multi-tool. There's a ton of different attachments that come off. You can use the little tiny screwdriver attachment. It's very good build quality, like metal, very nice quality here. So you can swap it out for Allen wrenches or Phillips screwdriver heads. And you can also screw in quarter 20s and it fits in your pocket like a pocket knife, which is really nice to just throw it in your pocket on set. Moving right along, we also have a lot of batteries. The A7S IIs were notorious for having terrible battery. Ironically, our A7S II on the B camera just died and we had two batteries in there. So another reason why I switched over, but I have collected a lot of batteries over the years and try to keep the name brand ones especially because they hold battery length longer. Big ones are the Atomos Ninja 5 batteries. We burn through these pretty quickly, so we have a lot of these brick batteries. These are the Vivitar 7-volt batteries, so we have a lot of these. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a 7th one on this A camera, and then there's another one charging somewhere that I didn't get, so there's like 10, I think, of these. As far as batteries go, we also have this entire top sleeve right here of batteries that we keep. The organization structure is that everything in this inner sleeve is clean batteries that are fully charged. All the dead batteries go in the front of the basket in the top zipper. So when I get off with a shoot, or whoever's using the camera bag knows everything in that front area needs charge and everything in here should be fully charged and ready to go. You don't want to intermix your batteries, keep them separate if you can. So with these, we have a lot of different options for the Sony a7S II batteries. A lot of these I've gotten name brand ones for actual Sony brand because they hold a charge longer. It's just worth the extra money to me to have some of these. But we also have some knockoff brand as well, just to have some variety. I also keep some rechargeable batteries in here, just some Amazon basic AA's. Some of these are good for those DR10L mics and some other things that might need charged along the way. In the top zipper, we also keep a good supply of all of our lens caps. If you're watching this and you didn't know, these two lens cap pieces can get put together and you twist them. It took me about 5 years to know that that was a thing. So if this was your day, congratulations, you've now made it in life. But we also put little SMG stickers on all of our stuff. I did this a couple months ago just because we have a lot of things. Things can get misplaced on set. If you're shooting with different people, people take the wrong thing. So I would definitely invest in getting some stickers to put your branding on it so you know what's your own stuff. Rounding out the package, there's also a zipper in the top here that we can put a laptop in if I'm traveling, some different things here and there for cords and whatnot. We also have an air tag in this bag at all times, just in case somebody tries to get wise and steal the bag. We'll come find you. One of the more recent pickups that I got, which is kind of a unique thing, is these Meta Ray-Ban glasses. I've been wearing them this whole video. You may not have noticed, but there's a little light on them. I've been recording some of this POV type of stuff. This is a really cool, I would say, camera behind the scenes thing to wear. I got the ones that are clear, but they also transition to sunglasses. They have speakers in them so you can listen to music. You can also record video out of them, which is what I mainly do and why it's in my production kit, is that I can record BTS videos while I'm filming clients and they don't even know I'm doing it. So great way to get BTS footage if you're rigging out a set, gaffing, if you're doing a cool camera operation during a shoot. It's really easy to get easy behind the scenes stuff, and it's very low profile that most people don't even recognize that you're filming. Okay, that is the entire camera bag. We have a lot more camera equipment here in the studio with lights and cords and other things like that, but that's for another video. Hopefully you got a lot of value from this. If you did, make sure to leave a big like on the video and subscribe for more videos in the future. If you have any questions about the equipment we're using, please leave it below as well. Always happy to talk more. I'm probably like the 1% of people that do this for a profession that's not a gearhead. So if there's something I could be doing better, feel free to roast me in the comments as well. But until next time, my name is Ryan Snod. It rhymes with odd, and I'm out. Peace.